In this video, we're going to talk about whether people who do gym or workout, fitness, etc. are more successful in life than those who don't. So when they've done surveys, they've actually found that people who do exercise regularly are more successful in life than those who don't. So here are 5 points of how exercise can contribute to someone's success. So those who exercise have a higher earning potential. They have an improved work performance. They have enhanced mental and emotional well-being, increased ambition, and healthier habits. So going back to the first one, higher earning potential. Research indicates that regular exercisers tend to earn higher wages compared to the less active counterparts. For example, a British study found that male workers who exercise at least 3 times a week earn 6% more. Improved work performance. Exercise has been linked to increased productivity, better task completion, and higher job satisfaction, partly due to its positive impact on brain function, memory, and emotion regulation. Enhanced mental and emotional well-being. Regular physical activity is associated with less stress, reduced irritability, and better concentration. Some studies even find that exercisers feel a sense of wealth compared to that of inactive individuals who earn significantly more money. Increased ambition. A survey also found that people who exercise regularly are more likely to identify as ambitious. Healthier habits. The discipline required for a consistent workout routine may spill over into other areas of life, such as managing finances. So these are kind of interesting points. And I think it's obviously not a hard and fast rule, but something they also found, which I was kind of surprised, which it isn't kind of included in this, is that people who exercise are less likely to actually commit suicide. I don't know about you, but when there have been times I've woken up in the morning, maybe I've had bad news, through an email, maybe a text, a phone call, or anything like that, or maybe just something is going on in life that is generally not that awesome. And I don't want to go and work out, whether at home or at a gym. And sometimes it can be even more daunting to go to a gym because you don't actually want to see other people. But at the same time, you don't feel motivated to do it at home either. So, you're kind of in a catch-22, position. I found I need to just set those feelings aside. And it's not like I'm brushing it under the rug. I'm not ignoring it. But I realize that when I go and do a workout, I am going to feel better. And I can honestly say that when I have sometimes gone into gym feeling kind of lousy, by the time I'm about halfway through, I'm not feeling like that anymore. I feel like I can do it. And by the time I walk out of there, especially the fact that I've completed, I went in there, I had some sort of goal. I had maybe 5 exercises that I was going to do, and I completed them. And that is a success. My wife, Veronique, is always amazed that I have the discipline to go to gym 4 to 5 times a week. And it's kind of weird. I don't think of it like that. To me, it's something I have to do. So this morning, when I got up, because I felt like I'd been awake forever, I had a really bad night, I did not want to go to gym. I really did not want to go to gym. And I knew I had to. I didn't want to eat either because I have to eat, before I go and work out. I've tried it on an empty stomach and then I just run out of energy. I don't know if some of you can relate to that as well. So I just kind of pushed through. A little while back, I saw a video and a lady was talking about how when she saw muscle on whether it was men or women, she recognized that they were putting in work and they were putting in effort. And she thought, wow, that's quite amazing because it doesn't just happen. You don't just wake up in the morning and you start to look better than the night before. And it's not that we want to look like Ken or Barbie. It's not that we want to, be Mr. Olympia or Miss America or anything like that. It's about who we are. It's about how we feel about ourselves. Because like I said, right now, being on this new 6x6 program, I'm not wanting to get bigger. That is not my goal. I am attacking this workout program in a slightly different way to what I have previously, but it's not for muscle mass. I am just kind of curious what's going to happen. because I don't want to get bigger. Because of how also I train with mixed martial arts, I want to be a little bit leaner. I want to be quicker. I want to be more agile. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, the internet giving statistics on what success looks like as far as people who exercise, that's obviously coming from one side. But I'm wondering, what do you think about that? Maybe you're watching this video and you've only just started exercising. Maybe you're watching this video and you don't exercise. And you're thinking, well, maybe that's the reason I'm not succeeding in life. Well, I think it's more to it than that. I personally don't feel like it's the be-all and end-all, but I really do feel like it plays a great role in how we feel, especially as we're getting a little older, because it's really good for us. I mean, the exercise is really good for us, and mentally it's really good for us. So if you are not exercising or you are new to it and you haven't seen results, and maybe you're struggling at persevering or committing to a routine, just stick at it. And like I said in one of the previous videos, we will become a product of our thought life, of the words also that come out of our mouths. So once again, here's the encouragement. Have your little journal, whether you use an iPad with a stylus like I do, or you have pen and paper or pencil or whatever it is. Have these, things that you are thankful for, and then your I am declarations. And for those of you who need to, stand in front of the mirror and say, I am successful. I am beautiful. I am good looking. I am attractive. I am the man or I'm the woman. I've got what it takes. Do that. Start to change the way that your mind and your brain is thinking about things. Do you know that they say that your brain actually doesn't know what is real and what isn't? So if you tell your brain something, it doesn't actually go, no, that's false, or no, that's not true. It will take the information that you give to it as though it's gospel truth. So think of that as an encouragement, because we can program ourselves. When I was going to gym this morning, like I said, I wasn't feeling at all like going. I started to do that. Because in the mornings I do my journaling thing, and it didn't happen this morning because I was so exhausted. But as I was on my way to gym, I was being thankful for various things, and I was doing my I am declarations, because I was endeavoring to communicate with my body, my brain, my whole being about who I am and who I want to become. So let these 5 pointers be an encouragement to you. Don't look at it as a negative, look at it as a positive. This is the kind of person you want to become. You are the person who is exercising. You are the person who is successful. So write your own story and then become that. So in my next video, I'm going to see if I can get my health coach back. There is also a friend of mine who was a professional strongman, and I want to see if I can get him to talk about some interesting and maybe even controversial topics. And then there is another gentleman that I had an interesting conversation with just the other day, who was involved in tactical units, SWAT. I mean, this guy was like really high up. He did private and personal security, to get his views on, mixed martial arts, self-defense, and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for what's coming up next.